Welcome guys, I'm Vikram Kakar, a student of Vikas Cloud. Today we will have a look at how to connect to a VM when the Ethernet connection is disabled. We will do this by creating a new NI card and creating a new public IP and then associating both of them. So let's begin. I've already created a resource group. I will now create a virtual network. It's just standard specifications for the VNet. I'll remove the default subnet and create a new subnet. The VNet is created. Now I will create a VM. Again, I'm using the standard specifications to create the VM. I'm using the VNet and the subnet which I have created. The VM has been created. And I have now connected and remotely logged into the VM. I shall now enter the command prompt. First, I'll type the standard command ipconfig. Now I will type the command mcpa.cpl to connect to the Ethernet. So this is the Ethernet network. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to disable the Ethernet connection. So I have right clicked and clicked disabled over here. So the VM is now shut down. We now need to figure out how to connect to this VM when the Ethernet connection is disabled. We will now create a new network interface and a new public IP. So let's begin. I'll create a new network interface now. So this has pre-selected the VNet and the subnet which I have created. In the network security group, I'll select the Windows NSG because that's the one which is connected to my VM. So all the credentials are filled okay. I'll now review and create. The network interface is created. I will now create a new public IP. So to create a new network interface and a new public IP, you may have to go to the search bar and just type, and it should give you the options, and it should pretty much be the first options shown. I'll change this to basic. I shall give it any name. So again, these are just the standard options which need to be filled, which I have done now, and I'll click create. So we have now created a new network interface and a new public IP. We now need to associate both of them, which I am now doing. And I click over here, associate. I will select the network interface option and select the NI which I have created and click OK. Now what needs to be done is I have created a new network interface. But this virtual machine already has a network interface which was assigned by Azure when I created the VM. That network interface will not work because I have disabled the Ethernet. So it needs to be detached. The network interface which was assigned by Azure needs to be detached, and we need to attach the new network interface which I have created. To do that, I will go to the VM. I'll go to the networking option. You can see the options over here, attached network interface and detached network interface. However, these options are not yet activated, so I cannot perform the necessary tasks. So to do that, I will go to the overview and I will stop the VM first. Once I have stopped the VM, I will be able to perform those tasks. Now that the VM has been stopped, I will go to the networking page. You can see over here that the attach option has been activated. I will click attach, and this gives me the option to connect the new NI which I have created, which I will do. I'll click OK, and that has been done. Now I need to detach the Windows NI which was assigned by Azure. I will do that. So I've clicked detach over here and it gives me the option to detach, and I'll click OK. Now that has been done. I will now go to the VM. I will start. The VM has started now. So I will now Now I'll copy the public IP, the new public IP, and try and connect to the VM. If I use the previous public IP and try to connect, I will not be able to connect to the VM. I have to use the new public IP which I have created. And I will try and connect. So we have now managed to connect and log in to the VM. And I will now go to the command prompt and I will type the standard command. So we can see over here that the private IP address has changed now. So while previously it was 10.0.1.4, it has now changed to 10.0.1.5. So what we have done today is we created a virtual network, a subnet within that, and then a virtual machine. We connected to the virtual machine and we disabled the Ethernet connection. And then we figured out how to connect to this VM again when the Ethernet is disabled. So the method which we used today was we created a new network interface and a new public IP, and we associated both of them. We detached the old NI and attached the new NI to the VM. We used the new public IP to create to this VM, and that has been successful. So hope this video today and the information is useful for you guys. Thank you.